Jason Momoa recently dodged so many questions about Aquaman 2 and what's going on that the media likened him to Neo dodging bullets in the Matrix. Watch him dance, baby. Watch him dance. Now, personally, I wonder if this is a non-disclosure agreement. We've seen it before with Fantastic Beasts 3 and JD. I wonder if Aquaman 2's cast, including Jason Momoa, they've been told they can't talk about AH2, that's what we're seeing. And let's be honest, intentional or not, Jason Momoa dodging questions about AH says that he knows and Warner Brothers knows that this movie, it has a problem. A problem they aren't willing to talk about. The media, they are hyper focusing on this too, and it's going to cost them billions if they don't figure it out. You and I, we're going to talk about this issue right here, the issues around this too. Oh man, I mean this is fun times. This is fun times indeed. All right, so hey there to all you fine folks on this fine day. By the way, I hope you are doing excellently. And remember, this interview with Jason Momoa, it isn't taking place on its own or happening in a vacuum, as you will. Wait, not that kind of vacuum. Although, ask AH, the beds there, they might be a little grumpy. It's the dogfish though, right? The dogfish. But no, remember, this interview with Jason Momoa takes place right after another significant delay with the release of Aquaman 2. Remember, it was bumped back from December 21st, 2022 to March 17th, 2023, and now they're saying Christmas 2023. So this would have been the perfect opportunity for damage control, and scripted damage control at that. I mean, after all, you have Jason Momoa, who is not only the Aquaman, but a beloved actor at that. I mean, mostly everyone likes the man, myself included. You had him also brought up in the trial. Him, James Wan, Walter Hamada, Warner Brothers. I mean, everything but the kitchen sink was brought up. Everybody's been silent about it, but instead of taking this opportunity to do something, well, you see the headline here. Quote, he dodged her like Neo did with the bullets. Jason Momoa uncomfortably dodges questions about AH while promoting Aquaman 2. Now, Jason Momoa being uncomfortable with AH, that's not anything new. I mean, the media, they typically won't talk about it, but you can see that he is physically uncomfortable around her a lot of times. I mean, look at this. This is a PR push. You have people saying they need to take a picture together. She actually tries to kiss him here. Watch. He's like, no. We can't have any of that. So you see the discomfort. But this right here, it is a different type of beast. And really, when you get down to it, a different type of discomfort. You know the old adage, silence, it speaks louder than words. Well, Jason Momoa, he was out, he was speaking to Entertainment Tonight. The interview, it was going along really well, despite frequent interruptions. He had wandering curiosity, people walking through. That would break up things, and he would just go through it. You would have hooting, people being excited because other people, they would arrive too. But the snag, the silence comes up when there is a question about AH. I mean, you can tell that he either doesn't want to answer this, which might be the case, or he's not allowed to answer it. I mean, watch this here.
All the talk, Aquaman 2, what can we expect? Have you talked to Amber? How are things?
Now, you'll notice when he's starting to talk about Aquaman 2, you can see the PR mode kick in somewhat. But when AH's name is brought in, have you talked to AH? What's going on with her? You could see body reaction. It was involuntary too. You could see the sigh there. You could see the tiny smirk. You could see the way that his eyes, they basically, they're showing you that he is uncomfortable with this. He doesn't want to talk about her at all. Again, that speaks volumes. Now listen to his answer, and you tell me, is he supposed to avoid this? Is he intentionally avoiding it? I mean, look at how he's going to describe the movie Aquaman 2.
It's just laughs. I've never, me and Patrick, it's a bit of a brother's journey. And
So So you have a brother's journey brought up. There is no mention whatsoever about romance in this, despite the fact that the media, Warner Brothers, they were initially hyping that. Now, like I said, brother's journey. No mention of whatsoever.
It's a lot of funny stuff, and there's a lot of stuff that's just what's going on in our environment, talking about climate change and just hitting on certain things that I wanted to hit on.
So he's talking about, causes that he wants to hit on, things that are going on in our environment, climate change. He's talking about relevant social issues. And what's fascinating about that statement is the one social issue that really hits close to home when we're talking about Aquaman 2, that being You notice, again, that gets avoided like the plague.
And, it's just a lot of laughs and also a lot of pain. So just wonderful action to the next level.
I always wonder, too, when I hear that there's a lot of laughs, but also a lot of pain, what exactly is he saying there? At first, a lot of people took that as a stunt statement. He's had a lot of issues on the show, and maybe that's what it was. Maybe it was something else there too. Yeah, there were a lot of laughs in this, also a lot of pain. That person you were asking me about questions with, I had no comment on that, but there was a lot of pain here too. But yeah, a lot of action. Brothers there. Climate change too. Now, what's truly fascinating here are how shill sites that usually go hard for they describe this situation. Listen to this right up here. When asked, all the hype, all the buzz, all the talk around Aquaman 2, what can we expect? Have you talked to How are things? Now, they give you the reply, and then listen to this. Clearly, the actor not only willfully ignored, so they're admitting that he is doing this intentionally, which I would say pretty much everyone would universally agree on, but willfully ignored answering any relevant question about but carefully maneuvered himself around the issue almost with a political mastery. Yeah, I would disagree with that. I would say he seemed very uncomfortable, very unsure of what he could say. Like I said, that looked like a non-disclosure agreement at work, like somebody high up said, you better not slip up and talk about her, making the situation uncomfortable. I would agree with that. He seemed very uncomfortable and inadvertently comical as a whole. And it is, when you think about it, you have all of these skilled actors going out, they're being told to act on the spot. Do improv, pretend there isn't anything wrong with our billion-dollar franchise, but the reality is, there he is. Oh, there he is in big time. And remember, the Jason Momoa interview doesn't happen in a vacuum. I know. 4 short weeks ago, though, San Diego Comic-Con, not a peep. No one uttered a sound about the movie. Not just the movie either. No toy tie-ins. You had no comic books. It was like the thing didn't exist. Yeah, that, like I said, silence, it speaks volumes. But anyway, let me know what you think about this stuff. And as always, I appreciate the heck out of you. You make this stuff work. Thank you. I can't say that enough. You want to help the channel out, by the way. Links are in the description. We could always use your help, too. But you know what? You being here, that is the biggest help of all.